All right, Chris Carter, prop store auction. I'm Chris Carter. I'm known best for my work in television, The X-Files particularly. I've done other television shows, including Millennium, but I've taken an opportunity I have to create artwork that is very personal for me. I'm working in a variety of mediums. I could have continued with a life in television, but it was, while as fulfilling as it is and continues to be, I have other things I want to express and other, artistic impulses I want to follow. I had a kind of artistic bent from the time I was a kid, and it kind of, I would say, kind of came out in high school. And I had a really good art teacher, Mr. Stitz, and he became a friend, and there were a group of us that kind of blossomed under him. And one of the things that we did was make pottery on an old kick wheel, really old school. But I learned something, I made a few things, excited about it. And then I went to college. I was a baseball player, and I decided pretty quickly I didn't want to play baseball. And one of the classes I had taken in order not to have to study was a ceramics class. And so it just so happened that the teacher saw that I had some talent, probably that I had developed in high school, and he said, "Would you like to come work for me in my private studio?" And I'm telling you, I would have paid him to do it, but he paid me piecework, and I made literally hundreds of thousands of pieces of pottery over a dozen-year span. I ended up working for a factory where there are 8 potters sitting around making a lot of pottery every day. And these were the kind of hot shots. Long Beach State, where I went to college, was a clay, it was known far and wide as being a kind of clay school. There were 2 doctors of ceramics there, and you learned technical ceramics. And so I did a lot of that when I was at Long Beach State. Then I left the art world, as it were, and I went into journalism. I became a journalism major, and that led to a whole lot of other things in my life, including Surfing Magazine. So surfing's been a part of my life since I've been 12 years old, and it's informed a lot of just who I am, and now in my art. I'm fascinated by surfboards, and they're one of the last handmade pieces of sports equipment. And so there's kind of an artistic quality to surfboards, even though a lot of boards now are shaped on machines. But the glassing, it's really it's craftsmanship, and I appreciate that craftsmanship. So I've incorporated these surfboards into my self-expression, and everything that I've put on them it's not just, they don't just happen to be things I decided to put on the surfboards. They actually have deep meaning to me and to my life experience. During the run of the TV, the original run of the TV series, I was focused, complete focus on the series, and it's art in itself. It is collaborative art, which is wonderful, but you're dealing with artists. You're dealing with editors who they're telling stories, and they're making the product, if you will, the art better, and the stories are better with the way they cut them together. And the cinematographer, I mean, they are consummate artists. And so you're dealing with a lot of artists. And so it is an artistic process, which really filled up my days, weeks, months, and years. So I was given as a gift a surfboard shaped, made by Jerry Lopez, world famous, maybe one of the top 5 most famous surfers in history. And he was known as Mr. Pipeline, and he wrote a board that is this kind of iconic board. It's red on the bottom, yellow on the top of the deck, and from a company called Lightning Bolt. And so Jerry continues to shape these boards, and I was given one as a gift. And I decided that I was going to personalize it in a way, turn it into my own artwork. And so I've incorporated that in my, as part of my developing ideas with surfboards. So I'm interested in all mediums. Obviously I'm interested in clay, and that was that was my foundational medium. And but I've branched out, and I'm into like all mediums now. I do some plexiglass work. I do work with surfboards. I paint. I use fur in one case. So there's just all kinds of materials that I like to use. I don't like to be kind of limited to any one material. And if there's anything that ties my artwork together, it's words. Words are very important to me. Obviously, I have dealt with words and used words as my form of self-expression for a really long time. So I met Toby Michel, who does all the print work and assembly of a lot of the art. We work together closely, so I have to credit him as being really important in the process for me. He has Angelus Press. I met him, I just walked into his studio one day and we became fast friends. I've been with him now through 3 different studios. I think, maybe could be about 15 years we've worked together, and we're continuing to work on projects. That piece, my crowning achievement, is very personal to me. It's all personal to me. It tells a story, and while it's not anything I like to talk about, I think it's something that everyone can appreciate, that there's some deep meaning to me in the piece, in the words, in the imagery, in the materials. Well, it's funny. I feel like I make stuff that has words and hidden meanings, but then there are things, images I see that strike me, and they're beautiful, and I want to make that. I mean, it's something I want to, I guess, show the world. I don't know. I just when I see something beautiful or meaningful, I was thinking the other day. There's a very famous artist named Klaus Oldenburg, and I happened to, through crazy circumstances, own a piece of his work, and it's part of his ray gun series. And so he said there was a time in his life when he'd, for example, be walking down the street and he'd see something that had a shape. In the shape, it looks like a reverse L, but he called them ray guns, and he incorporated them into his art pieces. So, it's like artists kind of see beauty. I mean, we all do, but artists see beauty in the world and do something with it. Yeah, the truth is out there. I mean, it's universal. We're all searching for the truth. Scientists are searching for the truth. Religious people are searching for the truth. Everyone is searching for the truth. Although these days you wonder just what the truth is. If anyone is going to buy this piece and put it on their wall, I just want them to know that it's not just the artist that created it. It's a person with deep personal experiences, grievances, loves, narratives in their life that led to that point. And so while you might appreciate that it's just a kind of unexpected piece of art, it has a tremendous amount of meaning behind it. This is my third pottery studio, and this one is, it's incomplete, but it's ready to go. I just need to get the pottery wheels. I need to order 2,000 pounds of clay, and we're off and running. And it's funny, it's like a new chapter for me, and then I'm wondering what it is I want to make. I can make things serially, without, I just have the craftsmanship to do it. But what are the artistic pieces I want to make? And I think sometimes ceramics and clay gets a bad rap as being a craft. There is such beautiful artistic work out there. Actually, one of the guys that I worked for, in addition to my original college teacher, one of the guys, he had a partner in the studio that I worked at. We've remained friends for 50 years, and he does the most artistic, idiosyncratic work. And I think sometimes it is not appreciated just how beautiful, personal, original these pieces are. There was a guy that I just worshipped growing up. He actually taught at UCLA, named Adrian Sachs. And I own a piece of this work, and it is, for me, it is, it's a life's devotion to a medium and the perfection of it. Now you know my life story.